What's up everybody, welcome to the Fomo Factory. It looks like a huge move for altcoins is incoming, and in this video I would like to take a look, is it going to play out to the upside or to the downside? Because in both cases there are cases to be made. Anyway, it's going to be a huge move from what I see, so let's not waste any time. Welcome to the Fomo Factory, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notification. Give the like button a good smack. That would really help me for pushing it into YouTube's algorithm. And let's dive right into it. So Bitcoin at the moment is sitting at, you know, slightly above 28k right now, and it's holding up quite good, I must say. I mean, we broke that 25 and basically within no time we were at 28. It's like people blinked their eyes and 27 was broken, 26 was broken, and now we're at 28. Like, wow, that's really nice to see, of course, because it gives us that hope, that belief, like, yeah, Bitcoin was at 15k just 3 months ago and now it's sitting almost double, right? So can we call this a bull market? Nah, I don't call this a bear market, of course, but I also don't call it a bull market. I think we are somewhere in between, basically. But this is very beautiful to see. What's also very beautiful to see, of course, is if you look at how this downtrend played out since November, since the bear market started. How perfect this trend basically is, right? And what you can make of it, right? Because we topped out right here. We tried to break above right here multiple days in a row, but we keep getting rejected right there quite perfectly. Now, we broke out here in January. We had a perfect retest in February. We pushed to the upside, went down again, had a beautiful retest. We had a little fake out, but if you look at this, the daily close, and it depends on how you draw it exactly, right? But the daily close was quite close to this line, and these two fake outs was perfect, basically. And since that second retest, we really bounced off of there. So that's really beautiful to see. Now, I got a couple of altcoin charts that I want to go over with. I asked in the community, I want to check out some altcoins, let me know which one. So that's what I'm going to take a look at today. If you're not part of the community, the Telegram group for the Fomo Factory is in the description of the video. My Twitter as well, if you're interested in that. But what I do see right here is that Bitcoin is, you know, now that it finally broke that $25,000 level, which was a big level for everybody, basically. I feel like, okay, but now we are approaching this area right here of, you know, 28, 29, not even talking about 30, basically. 28, 29 is more the zone right here, right? It's where we are right now, up till 29.3, give or take. Looks like a way bigger resistance level to me than that 25k was, right? I mean, 25, here it was basically nothing. So the only resistance that it is what we made of it since this bear market, basically, right? We got rejected right here. We got rejected right here a couple of times. That's it. If you look at 28, 29, that's where we got all this support in the bull market, and in the bear market is where we had a lot of support before we eventually broke down. So, you know, in the first attempt of trying to break this, I don't think that's going to play out, and I think we might hover here for a while, but I think eventually we will get closer to 25 than that we will just go to 30, to be really honest. I mean, we broke 25, but we have not seen a retest yet, right? And usually when you break such a big level, there is a retest. There's a retest. And that's not really what happened right now. So, you know, that's pretty likely, in my opinion. Don't stress if that happens. I mean, 28 to 25 seems like a big step back, but you must realize that we were sitting under 25, this complete bear market, basically. So it's not weird if we just revisit that level, of course. So that's how Bitcoin is looking. I expect, you know, a rejection right here. I could be wrong, but that's what I expect. DXY, before we jump into the altcoins, DXY is I don't know. I mean, we had this, for the people that don't know, the DXY is how strong the dollar is against, in this case, crypto, for example, or stocks. So the lower this gets, the better it basically is for Bitcoin over the long term, to put it very simple. We were in this upwards trend since the whole bear market, and it skyrocketed, and we broke this trend right here. But now we broke back to the upside, to the downside. So it's not, you know, this line right here, I don't know. But we have this big horizontal support right here at 103.4, basically where we are right now. The 50 weekly, or sorry, the 50 daily moving average comes in right there perfectly as well. So it will take a lot for the DXY to break down, to be honest. It could line up like that, we bounce here of the DXY, and that could cause the Bitcoin in its resistance area to go down. It's quite understandable if such a move happens. So the total 3 altcoins, before we jump into the specific altcoins, what's funny is Bitcoin, you know, we broke this trend line right here, and the total crypto market, also, I don't know if I've drawn it, don't mind this back, this thing right here. I haven't drawn it right here, but we broke that. But for the total 3, we have not broke that, right? We are still in that downwards trend, basically. So that shows that Bitcoin is a lot stronger than altcoins. Although you see some altcoins popping, right? I had someone in the Telegram group saying, yeah, you don't like hacks, but look what it did. It went up very hard. And yeah, there are always altcoins that were quite oversold, for example. I mean, hacks came down like more than 20 times in this bear market, right? Bitcoin 4.5. So of course the bounce of hacks in that case is way bigger than for Bitcoin. Same goes for Nakamoto Games. I showed you that chart, was completely oversold, did a 7x afterwards, right? That's what happens with projects that are still going on with the community. And although I don't personally like hacks, I mean, it is a chart that can go up or down, of course, right? With a big community behind it. So yeah, there are always exceptions. Overall, the altcoin market, goddammit, is still in a downtrend. So be a little careful, because we are at the top of the range almost. Well, you know, almost. We are quite there. We could push maybe a little higher, but you know, it's understandable if we will see a move down. And that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. This is not really a bullish video, I think, but it is what it is. Because I said Bitcoin is doing fantastic, but what else is doing fantastic is the Bitcoin dominance, making, you know, crazy moves. Like if this chart is crazy, green, 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 it doesn't stop, right? Now, what I said a lot of times before is that you know, the Bitcoin dominance is sitting in this range since almost 2 years now, since, you know, April, May 2021. Goes to the upside, goes to the downside, up, down, and when we were here I said like, yo, we're probably going up again. That's exactly how it played out for now. And the big question for altcoins in general is, what move is going to happen? And this chart is going to decide that. Why? Well, it's very simple. If the Bitcoin dominance goes up like it does right now, Bitcoin is leading the run. So a lot of altcoins are bleeding against Bitcoin. I can show you a couple of charts, but Cardano, AVAX, DOT, whatever, they all look terrible right now. So if this goes up, Bitcoin is winning, right? But if it goes down, altcoins are winning against Bitcoin. Now, there are 2 possibilities right here. One possibility is what Benjamin Cohen pointed out. He says the Bitcoin dominance rally is breaking alts of their Bitcoin supports. When Bitcoin corrects, alts have no place to hide. And exactly, that's completely true. The conversion of alts to Bitcoin will likely continue for months, with temporary breaks, of course, before the altcoin reckoning is finally over. And that's possible. So that's one possibility, is this. The first possibility is that Bitcoin, you know, stays here, or maybe goes even higher. and that the dominance, and please watch this part because this is important, because I know you guys, you like altcoins, you have your money in altcoins, I do have as well, so this is important. So what he is basically saying is this is a very likely possibility. If the altcoin dominance or the Bitcoin dominance going up, and if Bitcoin keeps on rallying, we break this resistance level and it goes up even further. And then what happens if you, for example, look at Cardano Bitcoin, look what it does. Cardano dollar is also not strong. I mean, if you look at this chart right here, like Cardano dollar is like in its downtrend. It's showing some more strength than that it did back here, but then again, meh. But if you look at Cardano Bitcoin, it just made a lower low, and not just a lower low, it had a complete crash last week, right? In 1 week, while the crypto market was pretty much running, Cardano Bitcoin went down 20%, right? And as he pointed out as well, is Cardano from the top to where we are right now is down 80%, 80%. But it's down against Bitcoin. So it's down against an asset that is also still down with, where the fuck are we? 60%. So therefore, it's stupid to be in altcoins, because if you were just in Bitcoin, you are now down 60%. And you would not be down 80% against an asset that's already down 60%. Right? So please remember, for the next bear market, in a bull market, it's not really this case, but in the next bear market, get out of your altcoins. Get out. I made the mistake as well, though, but I'm learning as well. Still, I mean, first bear market, I really fucked it up. Second bear market, 2017, I really fucked it up. This bear market, I did quite well, but not perfect, of course, and we will never do perfect, but it's a good lesson, right? So, but what he's basically saying is that if the Bitcoin dominance keeps on moving higher, then, you know, the support for Cardano Bitcoin was basically, yeah, around here, right? This was the support. We had some stuff going on right here. We had right here, 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 and we finally broke it. So now, if the Bitcoin dominance keeps on going up, yeah, then Cardano can only go lower. And if Bitcoin also goes lower, because it's very likely that Bitcoin will see a correction, then what happens? Then the Cardano dollar pair is going to get absolutely wrecked. And I'm talking about Cardano right now. It's a nice example, but this goes for almost every altcoin. So there are, again, exceptions, but in general, right? We can also take a look at AVAX. AVAX dollar ranging, you know, sitting at the lower side of the range still. I mean, the low was $10. It's now sitting at $17. Yeah, it came from 144. So it's still, you know, sitting at the lowest part, basically. But if you look at Cardano, at AVAX Bitcoin, it's sitting at its low, right? It's hanging on it's hanging there. But the dominance only has to do this, and AVAX Bitcoin will plummet. So that's a possibility that Benjamin Cohen points out, and it's not unlikely to think that this is going to happen. So prepare for this. Before I'm going to jump into the specific altcoins that you recalled, I also want to show the more positive side, because that's also a possibility, and that's this. The Bitcoin dominance has been ranging, like I said here, for like 2 months, right? Between, or 2 months, what I'm talking about, 2 years, between 48 and 39%, give or take, right? That's the range for now. So you could also say that it's doing this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, if it goes down, then it means that altcoins are recovering against Bitcoin. That's a fact. So then altcoins will do good against Bitcoin, right? So you will see the AVAX Bitcoin chart going up. I don't know how far, but, you know, going up. What does that mean for AVAX dollar? That depends on what Bitcoin does. If the Bitcoin dominance goes down while Bitcoin keeps on going up, we will have a pretty insane altcoin rally. We can even say that that's a small alt season, If Bitcoin goes sideways while the dominance is going down, it means Bitcoin is doing nothing in price, but altcoins are performing better against Bitcoin, so altcoins still go up. And if it's also possible the dominance goes down while Bitcoin is going down, then yeah, altcoin Bitcoin pair still do great, but in dollar terms it doesn't matter. They still go down because Bitcoin is also going down. So these are the two possibilities, and these two possibilities all have their own possibilities as well. So it's hard to predict what's going to happen. I think eventually Benjamin will have it right. Eventually, we will break out. Therefore, I've drawn these lines as well at 53% and 59%, because you can see that this is where the big resistance is sitting. And if we break that, then this is where the big resistance is sitting. Eventually, I think we will get here. Maybe here. But that can take years, though. But maybe there. Maybe. Right? So that's definitely possible. In the shorter term, if you have some Bitcoin and you feel like I don't have a good enough exposure to a certain altcoin right now, it may not be the worst time to convert some Bitcoin into altcoins right now, to be honest. Just saying. Because, you know, this chance, we had that once, if we count all of this as once, twice, and 3 times in the last 2 years. June 2022 up till September was a good place for altcoins. I remember CDFI, for example, June to September. That was this run where we went from 90 cents to 330, right? CDFI did a 3.5x right there, and a lot of projects did very well right there. That's because the dominance went down. But the dominance went down because June till September, what happened with Bitcoin back then, June to September, was here. So there the Bitcoin dominance went down while Bitcoin was still going up. I don't necessarily expect that same move, because I don't think Bitcoin will keep on going up if now the dominance comes down. I expect that Bitcoin will go down in the first place. So with that being said, sorry for the long video. I will make sure to add some timestamps, but this was the most important part. But to get into your altcoins anyway, let's get into your altcoins right here. So I got a couple of suggestions. NFT Champion. I will go over it quick. Just the charts, nothing crazy. So please remember, everything I just said is leading above anything that I'm going to say about these specific altcoins right now. Champ, USDT. This is kind of a Pokemon game. I kind of like it, the idea. I don't like the chart though, but you know, the project itself, it's quite cool. I hope they get the adoption that they need, because it's low cap. If you don't know about it, it's looking pretty cool. It has a market. Well, let's go check out what the market cap is in a short while. But this is the project. This is how it looks. I kind of like it though. Purely graphic wise, and you know how the game just looks fucking cool. Sorry for cursing, but it looks really cool. I really like it. But I don't know when the game is finally coming out though. Not a big community as well, so that's the thing. They are very active. They're very active on the Twitter, and they have a market cap of, like, this is really a low cap, all right? So high risk, high reward. High risk, high reward. But the market cap of $2 million. Fully diluted is 14, but still, with this 2 million, you can, if this really takes off, it's maybe worth it to put like 0.5% of your portfolio into something like that. You never know, right? You never know. If you lose it, fuck it. If it does 100x, with this market cap could happen, right? Then you make a lot of money. So yeah, the chart, I don't know if there's also a Bitcoin chart. Let me take a look real quick. No, fortunately not, so I cannot say anything about that. But yeah, this is one of the weaker ones as well. Why do I say that? A lot of projects already broke their bull market support band. This one didn't, struggling with it, with the 50 weekly moving average as well. So there comes a lot of resistance into play. If you look at this point right here, basically where it's almost sitting right now, also this horizontal support right here, horizontal resistance. So 3 major points of resistance right now. So I don't think it's smart to buy it right now. It could definitely go back to around this level right here, and that's a 40% move to the downside or so, I think. 26, sorry, over exaggerating. But still, I think you could have a better entry than that. And maybe it just breaks every single point of resistance, but I don't know. Yeah, someone in the Telegram group pointed out a pre-sale, and that's called Fightout.com. I never heard of it though, but I want to show you something. Fightout.com. So the problem with this is someone said like, yo, do you know about this pre-sale? Are you interested? And I looked at it, and I was like, okay, yeah, I don't know. They have a pre-sale on their own website. That always quite concerns me. Why not through a launchpad? Why? I mean, you already say you raised $5 million, so you could have a, I don't know. But also, if I then go to their socials, first thing I basically do is go to the Twitter, take a look at the amount of followers that they have. So 109,000 followers, right? But if you see, if they tweet something, they get like 20 likes, 11 retweets, not even here, right? This is 5, like 17 likes. So it's not, that's not logical. So what does that mean? It means that basically every follower here is fake. And I feel like, why? If you have a good project, why do we have so much fake followers? I don't trust you anymore. Plus, if you have no engagement at all, how come you raised $5 million? So that's quite bullshit if you ask me, to be honest. I tried to research the team by just Google image searching. Didn't find really much, which is also weird though, because it's all redirecting me to this website right here. But then again, I don't even see this dude right here. But then again, I feel like, yo, these people are nowhere to be found whatsoever. It's like in their white paper, it says you get a discount on the pre-sale. They promise a cheaper price than the listing price. I think this is going to turn out to be a big scam. So that's a little how you research that kind of shit. Vulcan Forged. Someone mentioned Vulcan Forged. I have the list on my other screen. I made a nice trade on it though. I have bought Vulcan Forged all around these prices, and at 440 I sold almost everything. Why? Because I just see this range, right? I see this range right here. And it's ranging from $5 to $260 basically, and it was sitting at the top side of the range almost. So I felt like, man, let's sell it. And at 380, I bought back. So that was really nice. Here I bought back. So you know, I made some good profits on it. But yeah, Vulcan Forged, Bitcoin. Let me get rid of this weekly chart. Yeah, same as what I just said about the other altcoins. Hanging on tight support though. So that's not looking good. Under the moving average, under the bull market support band, under this resistance, and all by far as well, right? It's not that it's struggling or battling, it's by far. It just got slapped down. So people were yesterday talking about, oh, Vulcan Forged pump. Yeah. I don't know. It's not really a pump, if you ask me. It had a green candle between all the red candles, just nothing special. I would say get rid of this line and look at this range and buy at the lower side of the range. You'll be fine, I think. Nakamoto Games. A lot of people, they came up with crypto gaming tokens. Nakamoto Games don't have a Bitcoin chart for this, unfortunately. But Nakamoto Games is, look, eventually when the market turns around, because this project is rock solid, right? And that, you know, 35, 37 cents is a big resistance level. You see right here, big support, and here, big support, and here, big resistance. Eventually, if we will break that, yeah, there's not much between this and 68 cents. Well, 59. Let me put it like that. Let's go for that. But that's a big pump. Did I say big dick? Big pump. So eventually this could have a really good impact on your portfolio. Shorter term, I feel like, yeah, it could definitely go back to around 20 cents. As I'm just, you know, leaning towards being cautious about the altcoin market in general. As I said at the beginning of the video, if you skip that part, come on, please watch that. That's more important than all these charts. But yeah, if eventually we get here and the market really shows us that it's not ready to go yet, which would not surprise me, then I think we could see some Nakamoto games for maybe 14, 15 cents. If it gets there, I'm aping into it quite hard, I think. If you ask me, we won't see 5 cents again. I don't think that's possible. That's really far down from me. It's 80% down. That's too much. It was just heavily oversold. We don't get that chance anymore. Illuvium, it's a battle right now. I don't know. I don't know. I would wait. Why? It's struggling with a bull market support band and going up, going down, going up. So it's struggling right there. It's sitting at its resistance right here, like big level right here, big level right here, support right here, and it looks like it broke down and now trying to have it as resistance. It depends a little bit on how you draw it, right? I can draw it like this. It makes sense. It's resistance. I think this is the thing that makes most sense though. But we can also draw it like this and then it's support. So if you're doubting like that, then I would say wait, because it could go either way and it's a big difference in the outcome. Overall, shorter term downtrend, right? You can clearly see this line right here. It's perfect, basically. So it's making lower lows on the daily time frame. And yeah, on a shorter time frame, it's making higher highs as well. So it's kind of in this flag right here. I don't know. But the daily RSI is overbought. The weekly RSI is quite overbought. So I would be a little careful with this one. And also, if you look at the Bitcoin chart for Illuvium, then it's also last support. So careful. Remark. Let me see if I remark. You have it right here. KuCoin. Remark. Same as Illuvium, basically. Struggling at some support, resistance. I don't know. Wouldn't go too crazy on this right now. Remark, Bitcoin. This is what I mean. Altcoins get slaughtered. This is exactly what I mean by showing you ADA all the time, because that's the only one I can come up with. But there are a lot of charts that look like this, right? So yeah, I mean, people buying alts. But if you bought Bitcoin here, you would have made a lot of money on your Bitcoin in the meantime. And now you can buy Remark at a all-time low, basically. And it can get lower, but you know, it's so far the best buy you could have got. So buying Remark so far was a mistake if you did it. You don't know, of course, like it's not predictable, but still. Derace, another one. Let me take a look at Derace. Yeah, it's not really drawable right here. Derace is showing some more strength than Illuvium and Remark though, because it was also struggling with the bull market support band, but it had a lot more closures above it than inside it, and it's now still above it. So, you know, if it could hold this level of 25 cents, that's positive. If that happens, let me take a look at the daily chart real quick. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's doing quite well, I guess. I do think that if we get rid of this line right here, I do think that around this area right here of 19 cents, if we come down, is a very beautiful entry to to start with. And I'm always talking about dollar costing, by the way, if you don't know. I'm always talking about dollar costing because, yeah, 90 cents is great, but it can also go back to 12 cents later, right? And then therefore you want a dollar cost. But buying now at 25 cents, you know, pretty close to its resistance right here of, you know, 28. I don't know. I wouldn't do that. Gala was in this falling wedge. Broke out. That's the pattern of a falling wedge usually, that it breaks up to the upside, and that's what it did. So we can get rid of this right now. So that was a pretty good move. It's to be expected that it's getting rejected right here. Like you can see, I mean, we have so much support on this level, like from May to September, months of support. Once we broke back below it, we had some resistance at this area, and back above we had a lot of support again. Now we are below it, so of course it could be big resistance right now. It's above the bull market support band in the daily 50 moving average though, so that's very strong, but I would like to see it hold there for a week or two at least. And I think Gala at the moment is a little overbought, to be honest. We were really sitting at low levels, had a very big pump, but did not came down that much from that pump, right? We came down further at 3 cents, but it's now already 4.5 again. So I don't think this is the best level to buy Gala, to be honest. Gala Bitcoin. Also, yeah, that's sitting at support as well, right? And if we forget about this here, this move, then it's also a big support level. That's one of the last support levels, basically. So, little careful with Gala. ENJ. Oh yeah, Enjin Coin. Enjin Tether. And let me also go with Enjin Bitcoin. Take a look how that's looking. Enjin. I'm not much of a fan of Enjin, to be honest. Why? I don't know. It's too high cap or so. I don't know. But it's a good project. So I haven't charted this yet. Let me take a look. Okay. I think we should not go with this fake out, and then it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I think something like this, right? So also was in a downward trend from $3.54 even, in the downward trend all the way to 23 cents. Broke out to 50 cents. So did not have that big of a pump, right? Yeah, at 2x, definitely. But it wasn't the biggest crypto pump we have seen in the altcoin market this year. It is sitting at resistance right now. As you can see, these candles right here, here. It's exactly where it's sitting right now. Struggling with the bull market support band. Also, the weekly stochastic is just oversold on this one, right? And a lot is. So I will be a little careful anyway. I really think that everybody is getting a little too hyped right now, to be honest. And I honestly think that the whole crypto market can take a big hit soon. And I'm really talking about a hit that people feel like, fuck, are we back there again? Why? That frustrating hit. I don't know. It's a feeling that I have. Also, if you look at this, by the way, this is quite funny. Social metrics. What's so funny? I talked about this many times. Whenever, you know, Bitcoin is down and it's boring, people are not paying attention, right? The blue line, that's why nobody cares. The red line, that's the social metrics, YouTube views and all that. People weren't interested. But now the price is going up, people are getting interested again. It's the other way around. You want to be interested when the price is low. That's exactly what I've been preaching about for so long. And you see it right there happening on the charts again, right? So, yeah, that. Altura, got a couple of more. Altura, wow, Altura doing beautiful. Altura really doing beautiful. I think, yeah. To be honest, to be really honest, I think that, let me take a very good level for this one. Yeah. All right, let me get rid of this. Altura clearly broke out, so that we don't need anymore. Altura, big pump from 0.007 to 0.029. Incredible what Altura did right here. I was already in Altura, but this wasn't my entry, I think. 4x. Again, it depends on the market, but if the market allows, I think in Altura breaks this resistance area of around 0.32, then it could straight moon towards 5 cents, which is almost a 2x from this point. If it retests, it makes a lot of sense that it's retesting on this level right here of 2 cents. Because we have 1, this horizontal, 2, the bull market support band, and 3, the 50 weekly moving average, all coming in right at that place right there. So, yeah, I wouldn't buy now. The risk reward here is not perfect for me, but if it gets here again, I would stack up. Magic, someone asked for magic, as we haven't really talked about that on this channel, and that's true. I know about it, but it was running and I didn't even really notice it. I figured out what magic was after it had its run, so that was like no use. So it's quite new. As you can see right here, not a lot of information, of course. All I know, it's sitting near its high, so I'm definitely not buying right now. Lately, it was sitting at 150, and I wasn't interested in buying back then. I don't know if I am interested in buying this one. It's quite new. If I am, I think 115 is the place for me to look at it. That's this level right here. We had some support, we had some resistance. Here we had support, there was some resistance. If it gets there again, I don't know, but otherwise I feel like, yeah, whatever, I got a lot of good projects right here. Then I miss out on magic, I don't care. Magic Bitcoin also really running right here, right? So I feel like, yeah, I don't know, there are better opportunities at the moment in crypto than this right here. Yeah, no. Not interested at the moment, at least. Not interested. And this level for Bitcoin is a good level to look out for. Which is 5,500 Satoshis, give or take. 3, 4, 5 more to go, and I'll wrap it up because it takes so long already. VRA, someone asked for VRA. And Magic, they asked for the potential all-time high. Yeah, that's really hard to say because, you know, there's no info really yet on it. But, you know, it's sitting at a $400 million market cap at the moment already, right? It's higher than Gala, I think. And I think it's mainly hype, also because it's a really good project, right? And it's built on Arbitrum. It has a lot of adoption, and it's really cool. It's really cool. Go check it out. What it is. It's really nice, but it is some kind of a Gala basically. But the problem is it's already so high cap, fully diluted. You know, 640 million already. I don't know. The all-time high market cap was like 440 million, right? We are almost there right now. So if you ask me about the potential all-time high, I think we are there right now. Yeah, could it go to $3? Definitely. But could it go to 40 cents? Yeah, definitely. So that's the risk reward is not worth it for me at this moment, to be honest. No, definitely not. I wouldn't put money into this. VRA just got listed on Bybit, someone said, so there might be a sell-off. Let me take a look. VRA. Bybit is like, okay. But VRA, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Let me check. VRA is quite strong, this whole market anyway, though. I mean, it came from 8 cents, went down to 0.002. So okay, that's not quite strong. But I mean, this rally right here, that was quite strong. We broke this line right here, and we really mooned right there, right? So Yeah, buying right now, no. I think that if it goes back to 0.0046, that's a pretty decent entry, and it can definitely get there. If we look at the Bitcoin pair, struggling at the moment, wouldn't get my hopes up, to be really honest. And I would say that for the Bitcoin pair, it could definitely, you know, go down to around this level, which is not that far from now, right? I mean, that's like 14%. If we break that, then yeah, then we can go down way further. Cycle lows, basically, and I think that's way more realistic, which is 50% down. So yeah, Fiore, games for a living. Someone asked about the tokenomics. I would say go to G4AL. G4AL.com, games or gamesforaliving.com. Go to the token, and here you can see at least how it's divided, right? So that's what you can see right here. And if you want to see their vesting schedule, you can take a look in the white paper, information about the insurance of games for a living, token distribution, and here you can see it exactly. So in 48 months, all the tokens are going to get vested. We are now here, right? So yeah, big unlock coming though. But I still think it's not really that bad, to be honest. Team tokens are locked. Like there are a lot of team tokens, but they are locked for a month. And from that, you know, the vesting is in 108 months. That's like very long, right? So you will barely notice that. That's the green. Right, the blue right here is a really big one, and that's the private sale. So private sale, yeah, the people in the private sale are really the biggest reason why this token could be heavily dumped after a couple of months, though. So I would be a little careful over the long run when it comes to the token unlock. However, I also must say Games for a Living is really a platform that can compete with Vulcan Forged and Gala. And if you look at the fully diluted market cap, which is now $100 million, that's if all this is in circulation, then it's still 3-4 times as low as Gala. While I think this team is better. This has the best crypto team. 3 to go. AVAX. Take a look. It's in my low risk for some reason still. So AVAX dollar is... Yeah, let me get rid of that. I don't know that. I think that this is the line that we should look for, $14. The first, basically, is that the first target? But there's also a second target, and that's definitely $10 again. Will we get there? Well, if I look at AVAX again, AVAX Bitcoin, look, tight support. It takes a little fart of the Bitcoin dominance, and we will go down a lot. Look, that's already 30% on its Bitcoin pair, right? So if Bitcoin stays the same while that happens, then AVAX is going down 30% as well. And then we are almost there. But if Bitcoin also have a small correction to maybe $25,000, then we are here already. So I think AVAX has a big leg down to come. WELT. I have no idea what that was again. Let me take a look. WELT? I can't see WELT. Some kind of a shitcoin maybe. Otherwise, most of them are always listed. Oh, it's probably not on a IF, but it's probably not on a CX. Let me take a look. It doesn't matter. We got DEX tools. To the go. Then I'm gonna wrap it up. Videos take fucking long. Fuck, 45 minutes. That was not my intention. Sorry, guys. WELT. Let me see. It's the hourly chart. Let me take a look at the daily chart. WELT. Wow. Had a good rally. Went from 0.001 to 0.007. Did a 7x. I think it's super low cap. Yeah, look. I mean, it did a 7x, so the market cap was like $300,000 or so. So it's a micro cap probably. Is it some kind of, I don't know what it is exactly. It's maybe look at it, but yeah, I all I can say is don't buy something that did a 7x. Very simple. It even did a 12x. And it already came down all the way here, right? But you know, don't buy such a pump. Although you know it came from all the way here, doesn't mean it has to come back here, right? You have to take a look at the tokenomics. Is the project still going? Is it going to survive this market? Whatever. But no. I mean, let it cool off and let it go to around 0.0045 at least. Last one, RPG. Also gaming project, I know that. RPG, Revolve Games, yeah. Revolve Games, let me take a look at that. Also $1.5 million market cap, so this guy is completely degening the shit out of my show. But that's interesting because these things could really go very good. Let me take a look. RPG. It looks like the same freaking chart. What? Daily. Dude, it is the same fucking charts. Like it's basically the same. Yeah, same about this in that case. I mean, I don't have to say anything else. Big pump. Came down already. And yeah, could definitely go down to 0.02. It's now at 0.043. So maybe it holds up, but I don't know. Could have a small pullback of like 60%. Guys, I want to leave it here. It takes too long already. Sorry for the long video. But I hope you got a lot of interesting information. If you did, like the video, push it into YouTube's algorithm, give it a good bam. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell notifications, and I'll see you soon. Bye.